Hello fight fans, this is Eric Wallnick of Top MMA News coming to you from beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. It is December 7th, 2011, and I am here tonight at Island MMA with undefeated Canadian mixed martial artist Derek Mad Dog Medler, currently of Armageddon Fighting Championship. Now it has been 32 days since AFC 7 Breakout went down at Bear Mountain Arena, where you improved to 7-0 as a professional with an impressive submission victory over Brian Grimshaw. Now Derek, you've been training like an animal in here tonight, looking very impressive. Now how are you feeling, and have you been able to take any time off since your last bout? Oh
yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. I took, had my last bout a little while back. I think it was roughly a month ago or so.
Yep.
I took a little bit of time off after. Took about 5 or 6 days off. Just let the body heal up, eat some junk food, enjoy life a little bit. But I've been back at it since, maintaining. Just waiting to hear word on another fight. I don't have anything booked yet, but just staying in shape and looking to fight again soon.
Right on, that's good to hear, good to hear. Now, so you'd like to get in the back in the cage as soon as possible is what you're saying?
Yep, me and my coach Jason Height, we're just kind of talking to a couple organizations right now. I haven't really solidified anything, but yeah, there's a few ideas on the table. Just waiting to hear back from Jay and see what he thinks the best opportunity for me is at this time.
Awesome. Well, Jason Height sure knows this business well. He's a great guy to be working with. Now, as the sport does continue to grow, there are more and more events happening here in Canada. Now, with your outstanding undefeated record, are you always ready for that call from Mr. Joe Silva?
Absolutely. That's the goal. That's what I'm gunning for. Everything into this point, I just have one goal. It's to make it to the UFC. I'm not really looking for any other organizations as an end goal other than the UFC. So that's what I'm here to do.
Well, that's the goal of a true champion. That's good to hear. Now, you've always been known as a tireless worker here in the gym. Now, is there anything different in your training that you've added as of late? Any new partners, any new methods, anything you'd like to share with your fans?
I got a couple extra training partners that for this next fight, I'm gonna be looking to work more with. I've been working with, Caleb Starnes. He's been helping me out a lot. He's obviously, a UFC vet, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Nick Hinchcliffe, 18-8, from Nanaimo. I've been working with him. I want to work more with him as well. There's a couple guys over at Zuma that I wouldn't mind training with a little bit more often as well, like Ryan James. I've been, my last camp I got a chance to roll with him once, but I'd like to do more of that. So there's some tough local guys on the island that I'm looking to work more with for sure.
Oh, you bet. There's definitely some tough boys out here in British Columbia. Now, I have a question for you regarding 2012. In 2010, you were able to get 3 victories. All by stoppage, as well as in 2011, 3 more victories, all by stoppage. So what can your fans be prepared for in 2012?
I'm not one to start making like huge predictions on what's going to happen here and there. I take it one fight at a time. I don't, I have no illusions as to how unforgiving this sport can be. One slip up and then you got to win 4 more to get a shot again, right? So I take it one fight at a time. The fight that's in front of me that's the only one I'm looking at. I'm not making any predictions on what's going to happen in the year and this and that, but I'm going to train as hard as I always do, and whoever I'm fighting next can expect an absolute war.
Oh, that's what we can expect from you. I've seen it every time out. You've actually had 7 fights now, all with the Armageddon Fighting Championship here on Vancouver Island. Now, what can you tell us about being a fighter on the Armageddon roster? What's it like?
It's pretty sweet, actually. I mean, I know a lot of fighters, they don't like to fight in front of their hometown crowd. They find the nerves just too much to handle, but all the fights I've ever had, all the tough mans I've ever had, all the tournaments I've ever done have been on the island pretty much in front of all my hometown fans, so I'm used to it. I get a lot of support out here, and it motivates you for the fight. You hear your fans cheering for you, you can't help but win, right?
Hell yeah. Now, you've already said that you're willing to just get back in the cage and get fighting. You'd like to make it to the UFC. Is there anybody in particular you would like to face next? Anyone you'd like to challenge, or are you happy with whoever the matchmakers bring your way?
As long as the fight will do something for my career, if I take the fight. If it's a fight with a top 10 Canadian welterweight, I'm all over it. As long as it's not with a fight with a fighter that, win or lose, it doesn't really do much for my career. So I'm looking for tough fights. I'm looking for guys that if I beat, it'll catapult me above them. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. American, Canadian, doesn't matter, as long as if I beat them, I move up in the rankings.
Yeah, that's right. You know, that's pretty much all that should be lined up for you. Everyone you fought, you finished by the second round. Your longest fight went 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the second round. Very impressive record this far. We look forward to seeing a lot more from you. Now, is there anybody at home, any friends or family, any sponsors, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to here today?
Absolutely. Obviously, first and foremost, Jason Height, Island MMA, Stan Paderek. That's the club I train at. Those are those are the guys that get me in shape for my fight. My training partners, Carl Bergen, Chris Jones, Tyler Link, all the guys that train here at Island MMA that have gotten me ready. And of course all my sponsors, Popeyes, Synergy, Health Management, Suits You, yeah, just all my sponsors, Island MMA, Bone Thrower. Bone Thrower is my new clothing sponsor, so thank them as well.
Oh yes, I saw you wearing that walkout shirt at your last fight. Very good, very good.
Absolutely.
Alright, well Derek, thank you very much for your time today here with me at Island MMA. Thank you for catching up with TopMMAnews.com, and we'll look forward to catching up to you again.
Thank you.
Take
Thanks
care.
for your time. Appreciate it.